to pick things from the heart of God and to relate it to another person. But the rule is that you must do it in proportion to what? The faith. So, my note here highlights a point. And my note says, since it is proportional to one's faith, it can be developed. It can be developed. These picking things from God and communicating it can be developed. One of the ministers of the gospel that has manifested this aspect so perfectly, so bogusly, happens to be Pastor E A Adeboye. You will notice that those things he says that God says, especially when he's prophesying about the year, this thing is going to happen, that thing is going to happen, there's something like this, there's something like that that's going to take place. It is not when he is preaching that he received those things. He received those things in the closet somewhere, and then he penned it down, and then he is saying it. You notice that his own is predictive in nature. Predictive. Are you with me? Is what? He has built it. The most mature expression of this kind of flow is when it takes on the predictive mode. But you must have grown in this matter. It takes faith to be able to talk about the future. It takes faith to be able to talk about the future. We were praying here and God spoke to me that there's going to be a flood in my country. So I came and I now announced it. The day I heard it was different from the day I declared it. I declared it during contact. I said there's going to be a flood here. And some of you in this place will become refugees. Well, it was rainy season was about to approach, so it now rained, and then 27 poles, electric poles fell. And somebody called me in Lagos and said, your prophecy has come to pass. 27 poles fell in Makurdi. I said, when the thing I saw comes to pass, you will not remember to call me because you'll be a refugee. You yourself will be a refugee. And it came to pass that when the flood hit, the person happens to be staying in Kwarafa quarters. He was a victim. And he didn't remember to call me because his challenge was much. Right? It can be developed to a point where you can be so sure of it, even though it is predictive. You can't influence. You know, when you speak something that is predictive, you can't influence the outcome. It is according to faith. It can be developed. So we become mature in expressing this dimension when we can carry the predictive dimension. Predictive dimension, that is futuristic, something about the future. It is still contained within this dimension of grace. Seeking God, hearing his voice, and communicating it to persons or people. It's prophecy by the grace of God.